Hello friends, I am Professor Sanjay Akhade. In last session we have seen IP address and classes of IP address. In this session we are going to see ARP, RARP, BOOTP and DHCP. Let us start. ARP, that is Address Resolution Protocol. Basically this is an protocol used to identify the MAC address of the devices with the help of IP addresses on local area network. We need information of MAC for transmitting the data from source to destination. Sending device or source device uses ARP to translate IP addresses to MAC addresses. The device sends an ARP request message containing the IP address of the receiving device. Now, all the devices on the local area network can receive this particular message, but the device which has the IP address will respond to the ARP request only. He will reply with ARP reply message containing its own MAC address towards the source. Now, the source or sending device will have enough information of the destination to send the packets. The same thing can be explained with the help of this diagram. Let us say this is a local area network. Host A wants to communicate with host B, but host A does not have information of MAC address of host B. So host A will initiate ARP request. Now this ARP request will be received by all the participants of the network, but ARP request message has IP address of host B, so only host B will reply to the ARP request with ARP reply message. In ARP reply message, host B will transmit its MAC address towards the host A. Now host A will get the information of MAC address of host B, that is destination. Now host A can start transmitting packets towards host B. Like we have one more protocol which is called RARP, or Reverse Address Resolution Protocol. Basically this is a very old protocol used for old machines. This protocol can be used to identify the IP address of the host itself. This protocol is later replaced by BOOTP and DHCP protocols. We use RARP to figure out what is our own IP address. RARP was used by old diskless workstations. As these workstations are diskless, so there is nothing to store an IP address on the machines, but those machines still have a hard-coded MAC address. When the workstation starts, it will broadcast RARP request with its own MAC address. On the same network as the host, we have an RARP server listening all such RARP request. This server has a tabular information which contains the combinations of MAC addresses and the IP addresses. When the server receives the RARP request, it will check its database in the table. It will try to find out the matching MAC addresses and the IP addresses. Once it is identified, this RARP will be replied. The RARP server then replies with RARP reply to the host. When the host receives this RARP reply, it will comes to know the IP address of its own. Here, let us say host H1 is started. So at the beginning it will does not have the information of IP address, but still it have a MAC address. So it will broadcast RARP request. Now the server will receive this request. Server is going to have a tabular format of MAC addresses and its respective IP addresses. Now this server will reply to the host H1 with its MAC address and its IP address. So in this fashion, this so host H1 will come to know the information of IP address. Now we have BootP or Bootstrap protocol. It is successor of RARP and it is presider of DHCP. RARP is a link layered protocol, and the problem with RARP is that it cannot route the packets. Even it also needs an RARP server on the every subnet. But here BootP uses UDP transport protocol and which writes on the top of the IP, so it have ability to route the packets itself. BootP supports the relay server, so you can have an central BootP server that assigns an IP address to the hosts in all your subnets. So there is another issue with RARP, that it only allows you to assign an IP address. So no information of gateway and no information of DNS will be provided with RARP. But BootP protocol will support all of these things. It can have a tabular information of IP address, MAC address, default gateway, subnet mask, DNS server and rest. To use or to provide this information, BootP uses UDP ports 67 and 68. DHCP is basically based on BootP protocol. BootP uses a statistical data that we have discussed earlier. It is similar to RARP, but here difference is that along with MAC addresses and IP addresses, BootP statistical data can also hold the information of gateway and DNS. When BootP server receives the BootP request, it looks into the database, it will try to find out the matching entries, and when it will found, it will return with the result to the host. So this can be shown diagrammatically as, so H1 is a host started, so on the start it will transmit the BootP request towards the server. Now server will be receiving this request, he will identify or he will look into its database. So database is containing MAC address, IP address, gateways, DNS or all necessary information. Now it will try to find out the information of H1 in the database, and it will reply with the IP address of H1 and default gateway towards the H1. Now through this H1 can able to have communication in the network. Similarly, we have DHCP, that is dynamic host configuration protocol. Basically, IP address can be configured in two different ways, statistically and dynamically. In dynamic DHCP protocol, we use dynamic method of assigning IP addresses. The static IP addresses on the network devices generally we use for routers, switches, firewalls and servers. And DHCP or dynamic IP addresses we generally use for the communicating terminals like computer, laptop, tablet, smartphone on the network. The dynamic method uses DHCP, that is dynamic host control protocol, to get the information of IP. We have a computer without IP address and a DHCP server configured with static IP address. Let us say 192.168.1.254. Now DHCP server will supply an IP address to our computer by using this following method. Let us say H1 is a source or H1 is a host which wants to communicate over a network. So when H1 is started, it will transmit and request, that is DHCP discover, to the DHCP server. Now this is the broadcast message, so everybody on the network will receive this particular message, but only DHCP server have ability to respond this DHCP discover message. Now on the reception of DHCP discover message, DHCP server will respond with DHCP offer message, which will contain an information of IP for the computer. Here we have to configure the DHCP server to define which IP addresses we want to give to the pool. If we want, we can also assign a default gateway and DNS server information to the computers. This computer will respond to this particular DHCP offer towards the DHCP server as with DHCP request. So it will ask to the DHCP server that this information is okay to start the communication. Finally, DHCP will acknowledge the host with DHCP ACC or acknowledgement ACK or acknowledgement message to tell that it's okay to use this information. Now, in this fashion, host will receive an information of IP from the DHCP, and it will also get ability to start communication on the DHCP network. So this is enough for today. Today we have seen 4 different protocols. We have seen ARP, we have seen RARP, we have seen BOOTP, and finally we have seen DHCP. So if you have any doubts, feel free to ask me. Thank you very much.